What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It's Kangaroo Black back once again with another bowl preview. This time it's the Orange Bowl between the Georgia Bulldogs and the Michigan Wolverines. I'm just going to jump right into it. Try not to make this video too long. But in my opinion, these two teams, they mirror each other. Both of them got damn good defenses. Both of them like to run the ball. Both of them got a two-headed monster in the backfield. So we just going to have to see how it all ends up. I think it's going to be a close game, and I think it's going to be a tough, good, hard-fought game. But I'm going to jump right into it and start talking about the Michigan Wolverines. Now, as far as the offense, Michigan gains 221 yards a game. Well, they average 228 yards a game passing. And they average 223 yards a game rushing for a total of 151 yards. All right. Will they get 228 yards passing on this Georgia defense? I think they will. Will they gain 223 yards rushing on this Georgia defense? Nope. No way. No how. Ain't nobody ran for that many yards on them this year. Matter of fact, shit, they don't even average giving up 100 yards. Georgia don't even average giving up 100 yards rushing per game. Not even 90 yards. So ain't no way Michigan gonna run for 223 yards, even though they got two good running backs. All right, as far as defense, Michigan gives up 194 yards passing, and they give up 121 rushing for 315. Will Michigan defense give up 194 yards passing? Yes, they will. I think Stetson Bennett will pass for between 200 and 220 yards on this Michigan defense. And he'll probably gain another 40 or 50 with his legs. So, yeah. As far as rushing, Michigan defense gives up 121 yards rushing per game. Will Georgia get 120 yards rushing? I don't know, man, because Michigan, they got a good defense too. But Georgia prides itself on the run just like Michigan, but I know Michigan ain't gonna get 223 yards, but Georgia, it's possible they can get 121 on Michigan defense. So even though Michigan they got a spectacular defense also, but they only giving up 315 yards a game in this Michigan defense. So Michigan can still win and give up they average of 315 yards. They could still win this game. Okay, Michigan is they on offense they average about 140 yards more than what the defense gives up. So that's a good thing. Cade McNamara, their quarterback, he's got almost 2,500 yards passing this season with 15 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Now, as far as passing, they run a whole lot more than they pass. That's why he only got 15 touchdowns. But, I think that, in my opinion, I just think they got to pass in this game more than they run the ball in order to beat Georgia. J.J. McCarthy, he's got 385 yards passing and 4 touchdowns. For us rushing and receiving, Hassan Haskins, that's their main guy. That's their workhorse. He's got 1,400 yards on this season, 20 touchdowns. So he found it in the end zone. He ain't got no problem with that. But I think in this game, he's going to have to find the end zone receiving, catching the ball. Because he ain't finna get no goddamn 140 yards on this Georgia defense. Blake Corum, he's got 1,082 yards rushing with 12 touchdowns. So those two backs is the catalyst of this daggone offense. So they carry the offense. Then you got Donovan Edwards with 374 yards and 4 touchdowns. As far as receiving, you got Cornelius Johnson. He's got 639 yards and 3 touchdowns. Mike Serensta, whatever his damn name, 302 yards and 2 touchdowns. Andrea Anthony, 219 yards, 2 touchdowns. Luke Schoonmaker, 165 yards, 3 touchdowns. So you really, those guys, everybody else only got 1 or 2 touchdowns for them. But they got about what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 guys that have been in the end zone this season. So they can get the ball to different people in the passing game when they do pass. But that's not very often. As far as the defense, they got 2, 4, 5, 10 forced fumbles. And they got 5, 6, 7, 8 interceptions. So they ain't getting that many turnovers. But they could possibly have a couple this game because we all know Stetson Bennett. He'll throw the balls in harm's way. So if they can get pressure on Stetson Bennett, hey, they might have a chance of getting a couple of picks. But we'll just have to see. Stetson Bennett also throws up 50-50 balls, and he have a lot of underthrown balls. So maybe this Michigan's defensive secondary can get them a couple of turnovers, but we'll see. But even though with that, I think Michigan still have a tough time in this game. Let's talk about the Georgia Bulldogs. We all know about the Georgia Bulldogs and that defense. But offensively, Georgia is averaging 247 yards passing per game. And they're averaging 194 yards rushing per game for a total of 442. Now, will they get 247 yards passing? Possibly. I think they'll get close to it if they don't go over it. But I think they will get 247 yards passing on this Michigan defense. I don't think Georgia will rush for 194 yards. I think they'll rush between 115, anywhere between, I'd say 120 and 140. Yeah, but I don't think they'll get 194 yards on Michigan defense, not rushing. So, but that yet remains to be seen. Like I said, they got Zamir White and they got Ford back there. Not Ford, but James Cook. So, there's some good running backs. So, matter of fact, stellar running back. So we're gonna see what they're able to do against Michigan defense. But I don't believe Michigan will go over 194 yards unless Stetson Bennett gets some yards with his legs. That's just the way I see it. But defensively, they're only giving up 172 yards in the passing game, and they're only giving up 82 yards in the run game for a total of 254. So, will they give up 172 yards passing this game? I think so. If Michigan decides to throw the ball, I think they will give up 172 yards in the passing game. Will they give up 82 yards rushing? Yeah, I think I think Haskins and Corum, they'll get 82 yards rushing. So Georgia, y'all will give up y'all average. All right, but like I say, Kirby Smart defense pride on stopping the run, and Kirby in the past, I done seen it with my own 2 eyes. His defenses done put some of the best running backs running games to rest. Just ask Leonard Fournette. But anyway, so yeah, I think Georgia will give up their average on defense, which is only 254 yards. So, but matter of fact, Georgia, Georgia is averaging almost 200 more yards on offense than what they give up on defense. Hey, that's a good recipe there. But anyway, Stetson Bennett, he done threw for over 2,300 yards this season, 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. The way it looked, I would think he had more interceptions, but he don't. Like he should have, but he only got 7, but he got 24 touchdowns, so he getting the ball to the end zone with his arm. JT Daniels, he got 722 yards, 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. For JT Daniels, I don't think he'll even get in this game. Simply for I thought he would get in if he didn't come down with COVID. But I don't think he would have played like more than Stetson Bennett or whatever, but I thought Kirby Smart could use both quarterbacks in this game. But we know JT came down with COVID, and even if he's over COVID before this game, I don't think he's cleared to play. If he get over COVID and they clear him to play, I don't think he will play, because from what I've been told, COVID takes a toll on your physical condition even after you done got over it. They say you feel weak, you feel bad for weeks. So I don't think he'll be playing in this game. But anyway, like I said, he got 722 yards on the season with 7 touchdowns. Zamir White, workhorse, 783 yards on the season, 10 touchdowns. James Cook, 776 yards, 10 touchdowns. So both of those guys are evenly matched, and they can wear down a defense. So I hope Michigan is ready. Then you got Kenny McIntosh coming in with 504 yards and 5 touchdowns. And then Kendall Milton, I don't know if he'll get into playing time, but he got 248 yards and a touchdown. Stetson Bennett also ran for 251 yards this season. DeJohn Edwards, 214 yards and 3 touchdowns. And then they got to deal with this receiving core, especially Brock Bowers. He's got 847 yards with 12 touchdowns. And we're talking about a freshman. And then you got Ladd McConkey. He's got 469 yards and 6 touchdowns. And these are 2 guys that won't even get on the field if it weren't for injuries. So we already know that those 2 guys are going to be a force to be reckoned with in the next 2 to 3 seasons. So I hate to have to deal with them, but hey, but they some bad boys, especially this damn Brock Bowers, and he powerful too. And then you got Kearis Jackson. He got 215 yards on the season with a touchdown. Aaron Smith, 117 yards, 2 touchdowns. So, but Jameer White, James Cook, Ladd McConkey, and Brock Bowers, them the guys you got to watch out for. Then those other ones, they can sneak up on you. But yeah, but Georgia, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 guys that have seen the end zone this season. So they can spread the ball around. They can get into end zones in several different ways. And we're going to talk about this defense. We know what they all about. They got 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 forced fumbles. And they got 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12 interceptions on the season. So they can get some turnovers as well. But I don't know, man. My thing is, they just gotta. I just think Michigan got to throw the ball, man, in order to win this game. So, but we gonna see. They daggone see their game plan, how they gonna maneuver this offense against this Georgia's defense. And then, talk about Kirby Smart. He seemed to make some strange decisions in some of these games that he coached. And then you got Jim Harbaugh for Michigan. Both of them are good coaches. Both of them are good coaches. But who will make the right choice in the critical in the critical time, if it come down to it, or in the critical situation when it come down to it, who will make the right choice? Would you bet your money Kirby will make the right choice, or would you bet your money that Harbaugh will make the right choice? But my score prediction for this game, I'm picking Georgia to win, and I'm picking Georgia to win in a close game. I'm picking Georgia to win 28-20. That's my score. Georgia to win 28-20. That's about close as it gonna get. But hey, that's close enough. But yeah, I'm picking Georgia to win 28-20, and I'm leaning on it. On matter of fact, one of my main reasons for picking Georgia to win is because of Brock Bowers. That's one of my main reasons. And then you got Zamir White and James Cook. So those three guys are my reason for picking them to win, and because you know Michigan is a running team basically, and it's just gonna be hard to pick up yards on the ground against Georgia. But Michigan might surprise me. You know what I'm saying? But if Michigan win, it probably won't surprise a lot of people, but it'll surprise me. Simply for the fact that I done watched Georgia and that defense manhandle some teams. So, but we'll see. Have Georgia played a team the caliber of Michigan and been successful? That yet remains to be seen. But I know damn well Michigan ain't finna run for no 200 yards. I know that. They ain't finna run for 150. But anyway, that's my score prediction. Georgia will win 28-20. Roll Tide. Oh, and it'll be Georgia and Alabama for the national championship once again in January 2022. But yeah. All right. So I'm gonna end this video. Once again, Georgia gonna win 28-20, and Alabama and Georgia will meet in the national championship once again. Roll Tide.